Hey, what's up guys? This is going to be a quick, not so quick demo video for you, for all four of you, because they are the same saber. Alright, so in this hand I think I've got my boy Kenan's. I definitely have Preston's because he had the clean version. I've got Darrell's over here, and then I've also got one for Charles that has a weathered version, but it has a CFX in it. Alright, so we're going to go over my desk. We'll take a look at these, each one in detail, and then if everything looks good to you guys, I'll get them out in the mail to you tomorrow. Thanks. Alright guys, I know this is going to be kind of a long demo. If I don't go over yours right away, feel free please to fast forward to the part that I actually get to your particular saber. I didn't want to do 4 different demos for the same saber. When they're pretty much all the same, there are some slight differences between each one, but they're pretty consistent. So I've got one for Kenan, my boy Kenan over at KSith. I've got one for Charles, one for Preston, and I've also got one for Daryl. All right, so in no particular order, we'll just go over this bottom one first, and I'll put the rest over here to the side. I'll know for sure which ones belong to who as soon as I open them, except for the clean one, of course, which belongs to Preston. All right, so they're all 2-button setups. The power will be up here. Auxiliary will be back here. They all have 8-pixel LED strips right here. All right, so you'll see that animation. They all have Sabers lit PCBs in them. This is the blade retention tool that we'll go over here in a second when we put a blade in. All right, and then to get to the chassis, you just want to unscrew the handle here. Of course, this one is a weathered version. So when we open this, this will be for Kenan. So Kenan, this is your saber. You saw me go and do this on a live stream yesterday. I just like to do these videos anyway. One, to just kind of document what I do for the year and all the installs that I do, but then also to kind of show it up close. My live streams are terrible when it comes to showing things up close and focusing. It's more of a far away project type of deal. But here's your crystal chamber. I hope that you like the way that that came out. We are going to throw a battery in here real quick and fire it up. Pops right in there. Spring side over here for the negative side of your battery. Kill switch. And of course, these are all running the sound font that you made for me to go with this run, the Coda font. So thank you so much for that. That is really what breathes life into the saber, and it's just a dope font. So we'll power it on. A little bit of slow swing. Auxiliary. And twist off. All right, we'll throw a blade in this guy real quick. So 7/8" blades for these. Back that up a little bit more. All right, throw a blade in. And of course, the blade style was made by our buddy Andrew Jimenez. Very cool blade style to go with this. So as you can see, you've got this type of animation over here when the saber's off. That, of course, when it's on. All right, take the blade out. The crystal chamber. I've got the crystal chamber doing a bit of a heartbeat when the saber's off, and then it will match the blade style when it's on. All right. .28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker. That's the same speaker that's in all of these. Flip it off, very easy. There's a copy of the config file on the SD card, so if you ever need help with anything, which you shouldn't, but if you do, please reach out to me. I'll be happy to explain what I did there. There's 3 blade styles though. On the crystal chambers, they go in order. They go from blade. The second one is the crystal chamber, and then the third one is this 8-pixel strip, in case you ever want to change something up. But I did label each blade style in the config as well. All right. So Kenan, thank you very much for always helping me out with my runs and bringing them to life. This is your Coda. I hope that you like the way that this came out, and I will get this out in the mail to you tomorrow. Okay, so we'll put this over to the side. We'll grab this one. This is also a weathered one. So I don't know if this is Daryl's or if this belongs to Charles until we open it up. So let's open it up and see what board it is. Proffie. So this one is Daryl as well. So Daryl, yours is set up the exact same way as I just showed for Kenan's. Sabers lit PCB, power, auxiliary, 8-pixel accent strip right here. Your crystal chamber. So I weathered yours as well. Kind of go all the way around that and check it out. Your Proffie board, copy of the config file on the SD card. This is running the KSith Coda font. Access to your SD card and micro USB from right here. So you do not have to move the board. In fact, the board's already adheres down to the shelves, guys, because there is plenty of access right here and there's no need to lift the board. All right, kill switch right here in front of the board. 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite. We'll throw an 18650. This is an 18650 protected cell battery. This particular one is a Keep Power battery, which I recommend. I just like taking the Keep Power sticker off of them. All right, so that's what this is right here. Your crystal chamber. Yours is set up a little bit different because on your particular one, when I wired it up today, usually I do subblades from the crystal chamber to this 8-pixel strip right here. I had forgotten to do that when I put the chassis in, so I wired these separately to the board. That's why yours acts a little bit differently, because I programmed it just a little bit different than the others. Your config file is on the SD card, but instead of having sub-blades, you have 3 separate blade styles, all right? This one being on data pad 2, this one being on data pad 3. All right, so power. See our crystal all lit up there. All right, we'll put the handle on. Lock that down, hit power. Very different sound when the handle is on and the pommel's on. Blade lock up is holding down the auxiliary and hitting the saber. And we'll put a blade in yours too. All right, so blade retention. We'll get our 7/8 inch blade. Throw it in there and lock it down. Hit power. Lights up a blade, very nice. Coda. Very loud. All the Proffies are the same, so if you want to play your soundtrack, do a long press on the power when the saber's off. Another long press to turn that off. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll take this guy out of here. Tighten that back up. Take our handle off here. Power it up. And flip the kill switch. And it kills power like it should. All right, so if you pop it out with your finger just like that. And Daryl, that is your Coda. I hope that you like the way that came out. And I will also get this out in the mail to you tomorrow if everything looks good for you. All right, so we'll put this off to the side. We'll go over the last weathered one right here. So this one for sure belongs to Charles. Charles, you wanted the CFX version. All right, so saber all weathered up. Sabers lit PCB. Power. Auxiliary. 8-pixel switch, or 8-pixel LED strip. I do have this wired to the LS2 pad, which you'll see here in a second, so you could program this to do whatever you like. Take the handle off here. And here's your CFX board. I like to do SD card side up. Very easy to get to the SD card, pop it out, do what you want to do, and then put that back in there. You have a 32 gigabyte card there. Push that back in. Of course, removable battery. You'll have a little bit of a hole there because I had to make room for the micro USB, but that's just how you have to do CFX sometimes. All right, so there's no wire showing though. We'll slap the battery in, flip the switch. And you can see I've got this kind of pulsing when the saber's off here. We'll go ahead and put the handle on this guy. Hit power. And that's where you get the beef. Auxiliary. Of course, blade lockup is just holding it down on CFX. All right, let's put a blade in this guy too. We'll pop this out of the blade socket. 7/8 inch blade. Lock it down. Fires up the blade, very nice. You can trade switch color just by holding aux and twisting. All right, now we're at a yellow. And of course, your LEDs here will match your blade. So we got kind of a purple blade there, purple LEDs, blue and blue. Now we're back to green, all right? We'll go ahead and turn that off. I did leave all of these stock fonts on the CFX board for you as well, even if you want to take those off and replace them with some aftermarket ones. I just leave that package on there. All right, so we'll turn it on one more time. Flip the kill switch and it kills power. CFX does have a deep sleep mode. Of course, you're welcome to use that. I just had this chassis. It had a place for a kill switch, so I went ahead and I put one in there so you could use that. So there wouldn't be a gaping hole there, and I had forgotten to take that out on my CFX version. All right, so Charles, that is your Eco CFX build with the Coda. I hope that you like the way that this came out. Let me know if you have any questions, and it's still my intention to get this out in the mail to you tomorrow as well. All right, so we'll put that off to the side, and last but not least, Preston, this is your Coda. You had just reached out to me yesterday for a different commission, and then while we were talking about that one, you had asked if you could pick one of these up. So I went ahead and I got that done for you today because you wanted a Proffie Eco version. All right, so exact same as the others, except yours is the clean version. So you can see your brass accents, brass Covertech, brass pommel, brass clamp card. Still got an 8-pixel strip. Sabers lit PCB, power, auxiliary. All right, we'll take your handle off here. And of course, this is your chassis, so it's much like the others. It's exactly like the others, actually, except for the crystal chamber version. Pop a battery in there. Spring side over here for the negative side of your battery, please. Flip the kill switch. And then you can see your accents on the side here going as well, right? Till we hit power. Blade lock up. Let's throw a blade in here real quick, all right? 7/8 inch Neopixel blade. Lock it down, hit power. It lights up a blade very well. So we'll take the blade out of there. Preston, let me know what you want me to do. I know that you're in the process of sending me a saber to do for you. If you would like me to hang on to this until I get that other one done and send them at the same time, I'm happy to do that. Or if you want me to send this to you tomorrow, I'm happy to do that. Flip the kill switch, kills power. We'll take our battery out just like that. All right, put the handle back on for safekeeping. So we've got Preston, we've got Charles, we've got Daryl here, and we got my dude KSith. Thank you, gents, very much for supporting my run. Thank you, Kenan, for helping me with my run. Let me know if all this makes sense to you, and I will get these guys packaged up. Thanks, fellas.